What do you absolutely ducking hate hearing? While you were one of many qualified applicants, we decided to move forward in the hiring process. We will keep your resume on file for future opportunities. We regret to inform you that we've made the tough decision to move forward with another candidate at this time for the /____________ position. Those really high-pitched continuous notes from some electronics. You have just made me aware of the high-pitched noise in my living room. Damn you. Smoke detector low battery beeps. Oh man, this happened in the downstairs neighbor's unit when she went on vacation. Eventually I got the landlord to fix it, but for 18 hours it beeped once every 47 seconds. This happened in my neighbor's house 3 months ago, and it's still going strong. And they're not on vacation. They just somehow tolerate the noise. Like WTF. Luckily I only hear it when I go outside. When you're using a pencil eraser, but the eraser is almost gone, and the metal scrapes on the paper. My name 5 minutes before I clock out of work. One more thing before you go, and that thing takes 15 to 20 minutes. Fuck off, I'm leaving. Should have said it 30 minimums ago. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. A lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. Someone fired. Probably. But still. Mugworthy. Tinnitus. Please protect your hearing, people. Permanent tinnitus is a nightmare. Commercials that say things have changed and go on to list how they're fighting COVID in a restaurant or business. Yes, we know things have changed. You don't have to remind us every 4 seconds. We are now cleaning properly. I love this one. As if they weren't cleaning before. Question mark? Question mark? Lol. That hawking sound right before my cat has a hairball. Last week, my friend woke up when he heard his cat gagging in the middle of the night. He grabbed the cat and held it over the edge, so it vomited into the floor, but he accidentally held it over his laptop instead. Anything rubbing against styrofoam. This sound brings me to my knees. I get rid of styrofoam packaging immediately. Just the sight of it brings the sound into my head. Yup, even reading these comments is making me squirm. The political ads on the radio. They're getting pretty bad now. Bobby Newport has never had a real job in his life. Or right now we're just wasting time. Jerry. Myself on recordings. Your call is important to us. Okay, well then answer it. We're experiencing higher than normal call volume. Bullshit. You just aren't staffing adequately to respond to your normal call volume. We're experiencing higher than normal takeover of our industry by bots. Please stand by, and somebody will assist you shortly. Apostrophe. While we're at it, every situation in which a machine has told me please stand by has been one where it was not clear that anything more was going to happen without some intervention like resetting the machine. No matter how long I stood by, don't get me wrong. I'm not at all happy when a machine tells me an unexpected error has occurred, but more often than not, please stand by is just a less candid way of saying the same thing. We need to talk. Reply back yes, we definitely do. Taste of their own medicine. It's about time. Throws them off. 2. When people chomp down on a metal fork and pull it out without unclenching their teeth. Add to that, people who scrape metal forks against plates. Tell me / ask me to do what I'm just about to do. Fucking bothers me to no end and makes me feel like I've lost autonomy. Yes, well I was about to do that, but now I'm not going to. In these unprecedented times, where I live it's now more than ever for every single ad. Some things make sense. We need to support local now more than ever. Okay, makes sense. We need Nissan's holiday sale now more than ever. Fuck right off. Now that it's Christmas it's all the holidays may be different, but there's one thing you can count on to be the same. Yes, because with a year of COVID and not being able to see my family for Christmas, I was desperately hoping for Pizza 73's holiday deal to remain intact. Thank the heavens. Reminds me of all the ads after 9/11. Now, more than ever, We need to come together not as black, white, and brown, but as American. Stand with our brothers and sisters. That's why we at Toyota are having the biggest sale of the century. Yes, the century that was less than 2 years old at the time. Aren't we always saying that being technically correct is the best kind of correct? Little Timmy is sick and dying. Like and share if you care. 12 more likes and we'll be able to save him. Wait, I'm confused. How are we talking about saving Timmy? Cause I thought it was to save him from his sins. You know. Cause he's dying and all. Most of the common corporate buzzwords, people use them as fillers or to make up for tiny vocabularies. Our next generation customer centric synergy is mission critical. Has this gone through staff yet? Are they going to language the forward thinking changes I asked for? Are they leaning into this yet? Going forward, are we making sure that we're going forward so we end up going forward to where we're going forward? Let's shift the paradigm. People who chew with their mouth open. I can't decide whether I hate this more than people who breathe so heavily while eating that it sounds like they are going to pass out at any moment. Like, the point of eating isn't to see how much food you can cram into your mouth between breaths. My downstairs neighbor's music. Conversely, my upstairs neighbor stomping around all the time. Same. A new neighbor just moved upstairs, and I swear they must have installed a bowling lane. It sucks because the prior neighbor was so quiet all the time. I miss them. Let's go around the room and say a little bit about ourselves. Any icebreaker is honestly the worst. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell in the next 5 seconds, or a spider will be crawling around in your bed tonight. Exclamation mark. Apostrophe. I'm seeing all these stupid little animations now that look like purchased assets people use for clicking the like and subscribe button and hitting the bell. They always have a stupid little ding on the bell. They're just as bad. I really hate calls to action in YouTube videos. I don't care how unobtrusive they are. They just feel insulting. I understand that they work and that people make a living on their YouTube channels. Analytics are important. I'm not faulting anyone for that. Doesn't mean I don't find them annoying. You're too quiet. Then when you do, oh my god. He speaks. I didn't know you even talked. In 2nd grade another kid from the other class thought I was mute. We were in line waiting to leave the lunchroom and I guess he and his buddy were talking about me. I hear yeah. She can't talk. And I retorted, yes I can. Exclamation mark. And he just shrugged it off and said, to his buddy, not even to me. Well, not much. I love this. I'm just imagining you belting out yes I can. Exclamation mark. Loud and proud and scaring everyone out of their skins. The Grammy nominations. I don't follow Grammys or R&R Hall of Fame. It's a joke. I work in a grocery store, so there are a number of things that make me want to vomit a felony upon hearing. But it's a lol it must be free is up there. Can I help you find anything? $1 million a ha ha ha. I found the best response is a blank dead stare or overly laugh at it. That's usually my go-to. I'm too awkward / nervous to just keep quiet in those situations. So I do the giggle and agree and smile too much. Makes it even more awkward when I misinterpret something that they weren't actually kidding about. Lol. When people make excuses instead of just owning up to their mistakes and apologizing. On the flip side, when it's not your fault and there's a valid reason and people won't listen, and people say you're just making excuses or you say whose fault it actually is, and people continue to blame you. People who can't tell the difference between explaining something and making excuses. I'll take responsibility if I ducked up, and I have many times, but if there's more to it that you need to consider, hear me out. Previously on. Coming up next. No, stop wasting 1-3 minutes, which is a huge amount for TV time. Just give me my show. We just watched 12 episodes in a row. We don't need a recap. Agree to disagree after somebody's been proven wrong. Especially if it's basic facts. Like no bitch, you don't get to have an opinion on facts. Cough cough, anti-vaxxers cough cough. My aunt's every Christmas telling me I should seek for a girl to marry and have kids. It's not that what angers me. It's the fact that when I tell them I don't want to have kids and I'm not sure about getting married, they immediately call me selfish and that I'm not supposed to live like that. WTF. It's my damn life. How am I not supposed to live it the way I want? I dropped out of school a year ago, started a business where I make more than enough money doing what I love the most. More than enough equals not looking at prices in the grocery store type of enough. Yet my parents are like, why don't you get a diploma? In this country you are worth nothing without it. You can do your business while studying. It's only 5 years plus. Without a diploma your business will fail. I'd never say this to them, but people with a miserable life will always try to get you to do the same. Also applies for getting a girlfriend because they want to be grandparents at some point. Like, could you not treat me like a child and start valuing my decisions? Or at least accept them? Sound of Velcro. I had scoliosis as a kid and had to wear a brace, and maybe my dislike of Velcro came from that. I also hate that without fail, when I admit this is one of my pet peeves, that someone decides to rip open Velcro to mess with me. What do you have to be sad about? You have food, clothes, a house, a phone, blah blah blah. Apostrophe. Edit. Holy shit, thank you for the likes and awards. I'm super new to Reddit. Exclamation mark. This is so irritating. Like, am I not allowed to be sad? Is that emotion exclusive to people below a certain income threshold? Let me feel sad, damn it. You're not allowed to feel emotion because there's people starving in Africa. I always tell them. 2 medical patients are in a room. One has 30 bone fractures and the other just has a broken arm. But that doesn't mean their broken arm hurts any less. Yeah. Pain isn't a competition. The mumbling that has replaced normal talk. Hearing loss sucks. Yay. For real. I'm not sure if I'm actually losing my hearing or if everyone around is mumbling / talking too quietly, but years of percussion and such without hearing protection is bound to affect me eventually, I guess. That and working in a wood shop. When as a teen applying for basic entry level position, sorry we are looking for someone with more experience lol. And after graduating college, we're looking for someone with 3 to 5 years of experience. Not so much here, but see on social media. Semicolon. Jesus. You are my Lord and Savior. If you agree, share to 10 groups and comment amen. Apostrophe. Ignore for Satan. I'm always down to ignore for Satan. My man is just misunderstood. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. This is so cringy. Please. Just shut up. So much this. That sentence is code for him going to treat you terribly most of the time. It's the choice of the word handle that bugs me. Handle makes it seem negative. Really? It should say, if you can't support me, emotionally, mentally, etc. At my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Change that one word, and it is totally valid. Edit. Maybe be there for me is a better choice of word than support. Considering that some people seem to have different ideas of what support is. It depends on what one means by their worst. If by worst they mean a spoiled, lazy, selfish, inconsiderate, basket case of a human being prone to going on abusive offensives when they don't get their way on a regular basis, then no. If they mean having a bad day or moment due to circumstances beyond their control, then okay. We're all in the same boat. Apostrophe. Yeah. I really feel like I'm stranded on the ducking Titanic, where all of the rich people got onto lifeboats and I'm among the 1500 left to die. We're all in the same storm, but we are all on different boats. You have it easy. Yes, I know there's starving kids in Africa. Yes, I know there's homeless people. That doesn't change anything. Don't invalidate other people just because they're not at the most extreme of suffering. Edit. Wow, this blew up. Thanks for the award whoever gave it. This suffering is suffering and I don't think comparing really helps anybody. Although a little bit of understanding, validation or compassion sure can. Same. I feel like entitled mothers tend to pull this out too often when talking to other women. Like, oh you're stressed over college, silly girl. You won't know real hardship until you have kids. How is that going to change the fact that I'm stressed over final exams? In the end, if we keep trying to one-up each other in the suffering game, it just becomes an endless king of the hill contest over who's the most oppressed. When someone is sad and the advice given is just choose to be happy. If only it was that easy. Condescending behavior. You'll understand this when you've had more experience. People smacking their lips and chewing loudly as they eat with their mouth open. My dad does this. It's the reason I only eat after he's done, even if it means I've gotta eat alone. I puke twice listening to him make those disgusting noises. People complaining about stuff they are fully capable of changing. I'll cut some slack if you're figuring out how to fix it and need to vent. But some people never do the former. Yes, everyone needs to vent once in a while, but if you'd rather sit in the shit than do something about it, I won't bother listening. I think we are all a little autistic. It could always be worse. That's just asking the universe to try harder to make things worse. Be yourself and love who you are. Apostrophe. Usually said by an extroverted, conventionally attractive person with lots of talents, successful career and lots of relationships. What does being yourself even mean? I guess loving yourself is an important goal to strive for, but thinking you can just say that and be done with it is mega stupid. I think a lot of people are just content with negligence, but still want to act as if they know what the duck they are talking about. Mental health. Relationships, especially those of opposite gender/sexualities. Career advice. Hearing this is all a part of God's plan, while people rotate through a funeral for a deceased family member. Really? Was it really God's plan to make my grandfather have a tumor rupture in his lungs and make him sit through 3 days of pure hell before he passed? Just the thought of hearing that phrase uttered anywhere is enough to make my blood boil. Car horns 0. 3 seconds after the light turns green. Hey PSSST. Please subscribe and like.